He is a rollercoaster. Donald Trump blasted over unconventional North Korea-U.S. summit. President Trump became the first sitting U.S. leader to meet a North Korean head of state at their landmark summit on Sentosa Island in Singapore, but drew criticism from certain commentators who believe the meeting legitimized the dictator. Commenting on the efficacy of President Trump's diplomacy, conservative MP Dominic Grieve said, "I have to say it is a roller coaster. From the point of view of trying to keep international stability, he's an absolute nightmare." The rebel MP noted President Trump's history of rapid policy changes has contributed to fears over the sustainability of the pledges made between the U.S. and North Korean leaders. He said, "Unconventional diplomacy can occasionally work, particularly if it's done by someone who otherwise behaves conventionally and suddenly sees an opportunity. But the trouble with Donald Trump is that he is unconventional all the time, so you don't know what is going to happen in any 24-hour news cycle. You don't know what time the 4 a.m. tweet will come out and American policy changes, so it isn't surprising people are starting to feel a bit jittery about this." Matthew Wright, former presenter of The Right Stuff, concurred with Mr. Grieve and argued that the Singapore summit has done nothing but legitimize the North Korean dictator on the world stage. He said, "I think what Donald Trump has done is a very risky strategy that has legitimized a major dictator. He has glad-handed him and introduced him to the world stage. He is essentially, as far as I can see, slapping a guy on the back who keeps his own people repressed, and if that is a blow for freedom, I don't know what is." Mr. Wright also downplayed the supposed threat North Korea poses to the West, pointing to the failure of the U.S. and the UK to find weapons of mass destruction during the Iraq War. He said, "After having seen this country catch a cold after being told that weapons of mass destruction in a certain country were pointing our way and ready to go in 45 minutes, you'll have to excuse me for being slightly dubious of claims a tin pot dictator who is keeping his people in virtual slavery has developed nuclear weapons. I'm not saying he doesn't have intercontinental missiles, but whether he has the capability to fire a nuclear bomb, I'm not convinced he has." However, journalist Isabel Oakeshott was less critical of the U.S. leader, and argued that some credit should be given for opening up relations with the reclusive regime. She said, "Well, it feels safe for this week, but who knows about next week? It's not fashionable to praise Donald Trump at all, but surely it's got to be better that he has got this face-to-face meeting. There is now a connection, it's opened a channel for communication. Maybe it will all go wrong. Maybe, just maybe, it might result in some improvement, so I think we have to give him some credit for this, however begrudgingly." Yet she acknowledged the unreliability of the two leaders, stating, "The problem is neither of these two characters are exactly known for their steadiness and consistency.